First up, though, Jordan Pickford admits there is expectation on England to perform at the World Cup, but he insists the squad have belief they can go far. Ahead of Thursday's squad announcement, Pickford sat down with senior reporter Rob Dorsett at his golf club and explained how a psychologist has helped him reach the best form of his life and how he's learnt to control his passion.
I was looking at it, you know, and you're 28 now, aren't you?
Yep.
Massively experienced. It strikes me, all right, I know goalkeepers go on and play a lot longer, but it strikes me, with all the experience you've had for club and country right now, you're absolutely at your peak. And I don't just mean physically, I mean emotionally.
I always want to just be the best Jordan Pickford I can be. I put a lot of hard work in and off on and off the field, you know, to become the best. Work with psychologist, get myself in the best physical condition I can be. Then the goalkeeping takes care of itself. But being in the best mindset, and I feel over the last 2 years, I've definitely knuckled down more and improved and having that more consistency. And feel like I'm only getting better now by age and knowing my body better.
That's what I mean about the confidence in yourself and you being at your peak, I suppose. I mean, talking about that psychologist, when did you start using one?
2020, I think it was. Yeah.
So a couple of years then, really, 2.5 years.
2 years, 2 or 3 years ago. Oh yeah.
Well, why did you want to? Was it your idea?
Yeah, my own idea. My agent Martin, he mentioned it years ago, but I always felt it was down to me to say it. And it was me who made the phone call. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't in the best form. And it was about how can I become better? How can I improve myself and get back to that level?
I see a slightly different Jordan Pickford now on the pitch. That's somebody that's maybe just matured that little bit. That's still got the passion, still got the determination, but can keep it in check and can see the bigger picture a little bit. I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, the passion will always be there. I think I think I've been born into that passion, and but yeah, we're talking about psychologists, and it's about composure with passion.
Has Gareth Southgate played a role in this? Because look, I know how close he is to you and to all the players, and how much time he spends talking to you as people, not just as footballers. What was he like in those tough times? Because he's always seemed to stand by you. He's always made it pretty clear to you, hasn't he, that you're his number one, and he'll support you whenever he can.
Yeah, definitely. He's even a few weeks ago when I was injured, he rang me saying I wanted to try and go away and just be part of the squad. But he just said, get your head down, get ready for the World Cup and get back for Everton. But yeah, I think he stuck by me. He said, I think he always knows what I'm capable of, and I think I always remember the gaffer when I was under 17s Euro semi-final. I remember him being at the game in Serbia. I always remember that. But yeah, he's always stuck by me. But I feel like I've always given it me all. I always graft. I always give it 100% every time I'm away.
Has the competition, has the talent in the goalkeeping pool for England ever been as strong? I mean, you mentioned Ramsdale there. He's top of the table with Arsenal. You've got Nick Pope, who's a regular for Newcastle. Has England ever had a talented pool as good as that? Maybe
the Shilton days.
Yeah.
But even when I first came to set up Joe Hart, I always look up at Joe. We've passed pathway he had. My first ever England camp, he made a save against Slovenia away, left-hand top corner, pretty much qualified us for the actual World Cup. So, yeah, I think that we've had, over the last few years, we've definitely had a great set of goalkeepers. And
do you think you play better for England, even than you do for Everton? Is that a fair question? Is that an unfair question?
I don't know. Well, I don't know how.
Because people say it.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been spoken about a lot. But I feel I've definitely been in very good form for Everton over the last couple of years. I did have a bad spell, which when 2019/2020 maybe. But no one's ever perfect. It's about how you come back from your downs and your bad games. How can you improve yourself? And I feel like I've done that, and I've changed as a person. I've getting better over time. But I've always England, you play maybe 10 games a year, whereas you've got to be on 100% for 10 games a year. In Everton, you play 38 in the Premier League. How many ever cup games? You've got to be 100%, so you can never be 100% at every game. But no, as long as I know I try my best each game and give 100%, 110% commitment, and I prepare myself right for each game, then I know I've done myself. I've proven I'm ready for each game it takes, and I put the hard work in for that.
How do you relax? Do you struggle to relax? Especially if you've got a young lad as well. I suspect he runs you ragged. But I mean, what does Jordan Pickford do when he's not focusing on getting better and training and working hard?
Playing golf.
Oh, he's pulled it. He's pulled it. Did you play with any of the boys from Everton then? Did they come down here?
Yeah, so Michael Keane plays a bit. I play a bit with Mason Holgate. We have a little match now and then. So yeah, I've got a couple of mates down here as well. So I like to play golf as much as I can, really.
Talk us through some of the memories of Russia, because that's what I really want to talk to you about. Let's talk about that Colombia win, because the first time England had won a penalty shootout in a World Cup finals.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? I mean, it was a massive moment for England and for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was huge. We did so well in the game. It was like an away fixture, really. Colombians had a lot of fans there, and we got took into deep waters that night, and I think we were all proud to get through it. The manager said in his team talk, but at the end of the game, before extra time, no matter what it takes, we'll win. We're prepared for this. We're ready for anything. If it goes to penalties, we're ready for it.
If I said to you Russia World Cup, what's the most outstanding memory you've got of it?
Just my first major tournament, and felt like my family really enjoyed themselves over there. The tournament itself ran unbelievable. Everything was proper. But the hotel, we had it exclusive, and it was like out the way, about an hour away from St. Petersburg. And
yeah, tell me about it. I have to drive there every day.
But I thought it was great how the FA did it. You know, we had an exclusive to ourselves. The FA, they do anything for you, really, like beds, mattresses, whatever. They want to give you the best they can, and I think it was a great environment around to be away from home for a month.
Oh,
money ball.
Oh,
money ball. Get in.
Oh.
Gonna have to get a few more tokens because I'm not going home to this little island.
Who do you hang around with in the England side? I mean, you don't room with anybody anymore. You've got your own room.
Got your own room, yeah. Have your little downtime. To be fair, you still got your mates, but everyone gets along with each other brilliant. But yeah, trips, Maguire, walks, Harry Kane, Stonesy. But you name them all. We're all good mates with each other. We all get along. We all have a good bit of crowd between ourselves as well.
The Euros finals. I mean, yeah. I can't imagine what's going through your mind at that point. What's Gareth said to you at the at the end of extra time? Is it a similar sort of message? Can you remember?
Yeah, he just said we're prepared for it. Whatever happens, I'm proud. We've come a long way. But if you see me, I try and zone out and get myself in my own mental zone, and we go and try and do the business. Unfortunately, we didn't. But I feel as the goalkeepers, in the research we've done as a group of goalkeepers and the staff behind the scenes, we got a lot right that day.
Can't imagine the pressure that's going through you when you know you've got to save Jorginho's penalty.
Yeah.
And everybody's been a lip reader as a result of that. Can you remember what you said? Did you say, I've got this?
I just knew the routine, what
Were you convinced you were going to save that penalty?
Never convinced, because he's a top penalty taker, Jorginho. There's no question about that. He's a very good penalty taker. But it was all about timing, and that split second I knew if I timed it right, and if he's going to go that way, I had the best chance of saving it. But he's a top penalty taker, and there's no denying that. But at that moment, that timing on his jump, if you watch it back, it was all about the timing. And as he's timed it, I've timed it well to hold long enough to make him go right, I feel. And he did.
Did it say on your bottle that he was going to go right?
Yeah, because
So you expected him to go that way?
If I did everything I should have done, which I felt like I did, I felt like it would have went right the way what I thought in my head he was going to do.
What do you mean? If you did everything you do, so are you trying to psych him out and make him go that way then?
No, I didn't psych him out, but if you look at me timing, because he does a hop, skip and jump.
Yeah.
As the head goes down, I haven't moved. So if I go early, he slots it the other way, maybe not.
This was just handed to me by the pro, so.
Tell you what.
No, it's gone left. It's gone left. If I do this before you, you're in trouble. You realise that? It's absolutely bang on distance, though, isn't it? And how excited are you about Qatar and England's chances? Because I'm not sure where England fans are right now in the belief. The expectation was huge before the Euros because of what you'd done in Russia, home Euros, all the rest of it. I'm not sure what the fans are feeling about this. What are you feeling about it?
No, I think we spoke there about the Russia World Cup. There was not much expectation, but now there is expectation, and every game's crucial. But in ourselves as a group of lads, I know I haven't been in the last camp I missed through injury, but the belief's still going to be there. We know what we want as a group of lads. We want to go all the way and win it. You've got to beat the best teams to win it, which there's no denying that. It's going to be tough, but we have that belief in ourselves and to go as far as we can in the tournament.
Turn that left toe in a bit, because I reckon you're 10 foot right. Oh, that's the one. That's the one, surely. Yeah! You see, that's the one.
What a way to finish. A reminder, England squad will be announced on Thursday. We'll have the details with a special show on Sky Sports News. And ahead of that, Wales will be revealing the details of their squad tomorrow. Again, we'll have coverage right here on Sky Sports News.